Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what is going on? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hashers out there, yo. So, as you see with the banner down below here, guys, there might be a guest coming on here. I'm trying to be like, it was like kind of like a little last minute thing of, trying to get Mikkel on over here. Hopefully he'll be on, and we'll be able to do some unboxing for something that it's customers. It's not ours. It's not ours at the facility, but it's something that's going to get plugged in at the facility from the second customer of ours that's at the facility. So we've got two customers in there. We've got a majority of my stuff in the facility and some of Mikkel's stuff. And we're tapped out of power. Yeah, donate to me to get more power. No, just kidding. I mean, I'll always take fucking, if you guys ever want to invest into the company, let me know. Because, man, I could use some fundage to get this facility going on the next phase, which is getting half a megawatt worth of power and then getting all of you guys in at the facility. Yo. So what is going on? Crypto Bedell. We got Orange Crypto. Yo, what's going on? Got Alex Pyra. What's going on, my dude? We got Jason the Jagger Osborne. What's going on? Dropping in those FOs because you guys are rated F4. Freaking awesome. Yo. What's going on? Dude, my dude. And we got Sadie all the time. What's going on? She's coming in here dropping that F. Yeah, everybody knows what's up. Definitely smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good juicy stuff, guys. Yo. So, as we wait for my man Mikkel to bounce on in, let's go ahead and, I'm not sure if I got it set up on here. No, I don't. Usually I got stuff a little bit more streamlined, but because I'm bringing in Mikkel, trying to set everything up like this, he's like, crypto mining has died more times than a drink on whiskey at a brothel. Oh my god, too funny, Tech Man. Mining's dead. Just remember that. Mining is dead, guys. Pass it on. Psst. Mining's dead. Pass it on. So let's go ahead and just kind of jump right into some things while we see if Mikkel will be able to make it on or not. Hey, Sadie, thank you. You are awesome, Sadie. You are amazing. She's like, facility fund. I come up with the $10 dono. You rock. You are awesome. Oh, that is awesome. Yes. Thank you so much. It's like, So, let's go ahead and jump right on into getting into today's stuff while we're waiting for seeing if Mikkel has the time, because I know he's got his kids there, but the wifey's home, so he may be able to sneak away for a few moments and do an unboxing. So while we wait, let's jump into things. Yo, so check this out. Market's red. Everybody that's mining is now struggling for those struggling for profits now. Now I'm not gonna say it's too bad. Now remember, guys, we are definitely still trading within the range that I'm thinking we should be in. I'm telling you guys, we are now starting. You see how it's kind of leveling off? That's what you want to see. Starts leveling off, let it trade a little sideways, and then it'll come back up, and it'll start oscillating in here, guys. Yo. So, it's like my GPUs are collecting dust. That That does happen. That does happen. Um, I mean, it does happen to the best of us. I mean, I've got a rig off. It's my RX 580s. They're not worth mining on right now as the market sits. When the market bounces up a little bit better and recovers a little bit nicer, I'll probably turn them back on. But I don't know where you're at, Orange Crypto. But it's like I am putting together a facility, the Family Mine LLC. We don't have a website quite yet. We're in the beginning stages of everything. So right now it's a grassroots start. But we're offering people 9 cents per kilowatt hour, $5 a month fee for shelf space. And then if you need things repaired, we will try to do most of those repairs in-house if we are able to. I always try to keep everything in-house. If it's something beyond what we're able to do right off the bat, because we're not going to be able to do everything all the time. I don't have all the testing equipment. I have the knowledge on how to do a lot of this stuff, but I don't have all the test equipment for everything. But I'm able to do a lot of the repairs in-house myself. But also know that I'm not down there all the time, so I'm not able to do all the work. Most of the time, the facility is managed by my business partner, Mikkel. So, I mean, but we can certainly help out. He's like, all I have is 580s. Ooh, you got in with the Ethereum stuff. Maybe it's like, I mean, mine are off right now. My 580s are off right now. I've teetered on seeing if I can get more efficient hardware for them. Depending on how many you have, it might be a viable thing of, seeing what you can roll over some of the older hardware into. Raven, now. And as much as I like Raven's a great little project. And I've got nothing bad to say about the dev community on there. But the project isn't doing anything, unfortunately. It's not moving forward with any real meaningful development. It's like Tron Black, is a great guy and everything. And he's a good coder. He knows what he's doing. But the project isn't getting that community push out. It's like people need to realize that not all projects are viable forever. And on top of that, Kapow algorithm being so energy intensive makes it really hard to deploy capital on there, because the price of Raven has to be at a certain level to make it offset the amount of electricity that's being used to provide security for the network. And right now, it certainly does not do that. There are a lot of algorithms out there that just are not worth pegging any kind of hash power at it, because it's not paying the electric bill for it. It needs to pay for security. And if it can't pay for security, then, it can't be, Raven, nothing to be raving about. In year 2134, Raven is still worth 0.03. Exactly. And it's like, I wish a lot of these projects the best of luck. I really do. Yes, I'm really critical on a lot of these coins. Yes, I'm a Bitcoin maximalist that is waiting for a project to actually not try to be competition to Bitcoin, try to solve an actual real world problem like Bitcoin's doing, and it is easy enough to adopt without the necessity of a person really needing to purchase and hold on to any said crypto. Let it be a blockchain that actually solves problems, and let people who are utilizing the network pay for a transaction fee on it. That's how the mining fucking gets paid. Either that, centralize the unholy hell out of it, and let it just run, and let people utilize a secure blockchain, but it's knowing that it's completely centralized, and sell it as such. Don't sell it as, oh, we're decentralized. No. It's like what I'm hearing about is kind of fake news Dogecoin. Oh God. So Jason, if you didn't see my you can go watch my video from yesterday. I kind of brushed up upon that with you got fake you have a fake Doge that's going to be coming out. It's going to be Doge W. It's going to be GPU mineable instead of ASIC. They're forking Dogecoin to get off of the Scrypt network, which would be stupid as all get out because you give up security on the mining side because let's be real, there's a lot of Litecoin ASIC miners out there, so they're able to capitalize on the fact that Litecoin is helping secure Dogecoin. I see nothing wrong with that. Let me just put it this way, a legitimate coin helping it being the reason that a meme coin exists. Bro, that's like the best meme in itself, is that a Litecoin helps Dogecoin survive. Now, do they need to be like that? No. Was it a smart move? Yes. Because of the fact that with the way that they're securing the network, Dogecoin will never get 51% ever. Just put that out there. So with that being said, it's like I think it's a stupid move on their part. They're giving up security for what I think is a money grab. Always be careful of whenever you start hearing like rumors, guys, of, oh, X coin's gonna go to proof of stake. They're giving up mining now. The devs from Dogecoin stated that they're not moving to proof of stake, and that if that was going to be a thing, that they would put it to a community vote. That's how it'd be. I don't think that anybody in the community would ever go for it. I think this is a very small sect of woke people trying to, oh yeah, you should go to proof of stake. It's so much more efficient and it's green energy. I think if I had to take a guess, it was a bunch of woke ass liberals sitting there whispering into these devs' ears, and there's just enough of them sitting around them that's nice and loud. Every day, bam, they're hearing it. Every day, bam, 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 right? Let's just be real about this. Yeah, and you're either pushing it to, you're either making Dogecoin go to one or two directions, right? Direction one would be you go to GPU and you become less secure. That's one option. Option two, you go to proof of stake and you centralize the hell out of it. I don't think that people are going to go for a very centralized variation of Dogecoin, period. It's just not going to happen. I think that there's too many people that'll just be like, yeah, whatever. I mean, if somebody were, it's like, I mean, it was a joke that Dogecoin came around to begin with. I wouldn't sit there and put too much emphasis on, them pushing over to proof of stake, unless it was, to be ironical. It's like, is it ironic that they go to proof of stake? It could be. I think that it would definitely hurt Dogecoin long term. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. I mean, if Dogecoin went to proof of stake, me and many other people would be selling their Doge overnight, and I don't think that Doge would recover from that. I'm just saying. I don't know about you guys, but I know a bunch of people that they've all expressed to me that BitGo is centralized. They are selling every last Doge they have. Some people just hold on to Doge because it's Doge and they'll never do anything with it anyway because they mined it like way back in the day. So, I mean, some of those people might not, but I know a few others that'd be like, no, as soon as they go to if they do that mistake, yeah, I'll sell. And we'll see where the price goes after that. I don't think Doge will recover. I think Doge will return back down to the price that it used to be whenever I was mining it, which was 0.00000008 of a Doge of a cent was each Doge. I mean, Doge was nothing. So I mean, that's just me, my personal opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. And hopefully I'm not hopefully my stream is not having too much issues for you guys. I'm noticing that stream is having an issue keeping connected in with YouTube right now. So yeah, let's keep on going while we're seeing if Mikkel will actually show up here. Hopefully he'll be able to make it. All right. So, it's like we're looking at I think a healthy market. I think we're going to be rebounding really nicely. It's just kind of come down to the medium price here, and I think we're gonna just stay oscillating right into here. If we start going down too far, we start getting back into oversold territory. After being in basically oversold territory to begin with, right now we are at a healthy market line, and I see it just kind of oscillating here for a little bit longer. It's like I've been calling it kind of since back here, guys, since December. Kind of what's been going on here. And we are perfectly playing out to this really nicely, oscillating in here, just like I'm hoping we'll stay. What up, Fudweiser? Yo, my man. It's like Mikkel pulling a Doge Lord. Oh, too funny. Never know. All right. So, Bitcoin's heading sub 20K. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. Because, like, if you look at, if you're sitting there and you're looking at my oscillator at the bottom here, you can actually start seeing the oscillator starting to roll. And if the oscillator's rolling a little bit, it's like it. So I mean, like if you're watching the oscillators kind of roll over a little bit, that's kind of being, how can I put this? Showing that we're losing momentum on the sell pressure side. There are a lot of big players that will look at a $22,000 Bitcoin. That is they look at that as a deal. Pushing down the price too far, they know it'll take longer for them to extract value out if they push the market price down too far too fast. I mean, look, if somebody was wanting to get in and be traded in and out of Bitcoin within a couple of months, look at the FTX crash. FTX crash took a hot minute for the market to rebound to where this market should have been rebounding to. If you look at it, let me We're riding this. So it's now canceled out the FTX bear market, is what it's doing right now. And we're back on trajectory of a slow upward crawl coming up. I think we're coming into a squeeze here. Now, we could ride this line up. I'm going to say we might oscillate past it, but I think this is where we're going to be trading in. A small pump gonna happen, man. I hope it happens like right now, so I can pay some bills at the facility. It'd be really nice to get like a $25,000 Bitcoin, because high tides rise all ships rise in high tides, or whatever, however that phrase goes. So, I think from here, we're going to see the, I mean, it's just a guess. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I have. I'm not perfect. I'm no guru. But, I mean, just from the looks of things, if I had to take an educated guess that if we cancel out the FTX crash, and we just put these two things right together, we're pretty much right on track for a market that's recovering from a bear market crash that happened way back here, right? That's just me. We're putting in a double top here. Are we going to complete a head and shoulders? Because if we complete a head and shoulders, guys, market's crashing. But if we just sit there and just kind of oscillate in here and just keep on oscillating, to me, that's just going to be a nice sideways rhythm pattern. Gives you some arbitrage. But I don't think that we're going to be able to consider this like a complete head and shoulders situation, because it did try to rally over here. And then it kind of fell back out instead of coming down and then, coming up for the other shoulder and then dropping. Because then you would have had the height of the head to the height of the drop. In an inverted head and shoulders, nice and bullish. But I think we're just going to sit there and see a nice trading oscillating pattern here. That's just me. We should have at least one good more rally out of this, if we don't just take off and put in a new high for this year, right? Forget about the last year's all-time high. Focus in on just, the short term on this, and you'll be sitting there really nice and pretty on this. It's like it's starting to look like a little head and shoulders for sure. It's getting that look to it. But again, if you want to sit there, it depends on how you want to look at it, because a true head and shoulders would have came down, and as this was coming down, it traded out sideways for a few days. So that few days cancels out the head and shoulders pattern out of this. So that's what kind of breaks up the head and shoulders, in my opinion. And I don't think that we have to worry about a head and shoulders pattern. That we are now looking at an oscillating pattern. Even the MA ribbon, we're starting to have what they call a death cross, where the MA 200, the 200-day moving average is crossing over. And that usually strikes up for a bearish case. But at the same time, it's the whole moving, MA ribbon is all tightening at the same time. And tightening means that we're getting market compression, and that's going to mean that it's going to move. We just are trying to guess if it's going to be an up or down. That's you're 50-50 at the end of the day, right? And if you're looking at if your data set that you're pulling from is telling you things in the right direction, sometimes you can kind of guess what the next move is. It's not perfect, but unless we see some like really big market movement, there is the Silvergate Bank that is under fire right now. Is that going to be what's pulling this market down right now? People are now putting Tether FUD back out there, saying that they were cooking their books, but that's been an all the time thing. If you guys have been in the space long enough, you've heard the whole Tether stuff, and Tether's been under fire since day one of proof of reserves of what they really have and what they don't have. But it's like Golden Wolf. He's like, I think we'll just go sideways for a while, like a year. I think so. It's like I don't think that we're gonna see a really big meteoric rise. I think that we'll sit there and oscillate up and down. We'll tick up a little higher if we can keep the oscillations within reasons. It'll slowly start ticking up a little higher, but not having these parabolic elevators to $64,000 per Bitcoin. I mean, yes, I'd love to see a $10 million Bitcoin, which would make every Satoshi one worth the equivalent of $1. So, I mean, I would love to see that, but, it's just not going to always be that way. So, we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, I'm predicting that we're going to hold this line here, and we're going to sit there and just slowly tick up. But, again, we'll have to figure this out as we go, fellas. So, guys, check this out. So, I've been like kind of going about, trying to figure out, looking into different projects. Wrong button. Looking into different projects and stuff and such that I wanted to. I'm sorry, it's like I'm fumbling around because I got it like how I got this set up to do a Zoom to have this screen here, just in case Mikkel shows up. I don't know if he's going to be able to or not, but we'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed, because he's got some cool stuff I'd love to show you guys. Really cool stuff. So, looking into Kaspa a little bit here, trying to understand, it's like I'm not going to sit there and mine something blindly all the time. I do it sometimes if I know I never have to touch the coin. It's instantaneously transferring over. If I've got to sit there and actually physically touch, it's like when recession ends, we might pump hard. Maybe. We'll never be out of the recession. The recession's going to be here for at least 10 years. So there's that. This is going to be a bad and self-inflicted wound that each government has done to themselves and punished the people with their bad fiscal policies. Yeah. So, but looking at, if you're going to be mining something and you're not holding on to that coin at any point in time, sure, you can get away with mining, speculatively mining something, knowing that what you're getting is Bitcoin or Litecoin on the other side, and whatever poop coin it is, you're like, I never even touched that stuff. Then you can, in my opinion, it's okay to sit there and blindly mine whatever's profitable. But if it's not the case, and you've got to look at something that you're going to have to spool up a wallet for, and it's going to go into your wallet, and then you've got to find an exchange to push it through, because when it goes into your wallet, unless you're mining directly to an exchange, which it's got its pros and cons about mining directly to an exchange, guys, because when you mine to an exchange, you're at the mercy of, did the exchange rug pull you? Did they steal your funds? Did you just get FTX'd in the process of you trying to make a little bit of coin with your mining rigs, right? Never want to sit there and really see all of that. And know that there's, even pools are doing stuff like that, like, Wooly Poly sitting there skimming off the miners. If you're mining with Wooly Poly, I wouldn't be mining there anymore. It's bad juju to be mining with people that are willing to skim off the miners. It's like, I don't care if you don't think that 1% pool fee is enough. That's what you agreed upon. Don't change the rules. It's how the market works, And here they are, skimming off the top. And they're doing that, I believe, with the Kaspa miners. So, I mean, you're mining with Wooly Pulley and you're mining Caspa, be careful with that. There's been a few things that have brought Caspa up into the forefront for me, because if I'm going to mine something, I better damn well know what I'm mining, right? I don't need to know how their network really runs, who's building what on the network. I don't plan on actually really holding on to the coin, right? I'm looking at trying to get Bitcoin. Let's be real about it. There's not enough things about Caspa that I know of anybody utilizing that perks my interest. And on top of that, I'm trying to run a business, and I'm not trying to sit there and have it where, how can I put this? Where the facility is, I'm putting the facility funds in jeopardy to play around with the network. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. So, I mean, from that standpoint, I need to put it into something that's going to be stable for me. So, for my viewpoint, guys, it's going to be a little bit different from your viewpoints. Maybe you might like to actually play around with some of these networks, and that is the reason why there's communities out there that are building on these things, right? Because there are a few people that find some of the stuff interesting and they're willing to play with it. For what my goals are, I just can't do that. But if I'm going to sit there and I'm going to mine something, I want to know some of the things that I'm getting into. Like this. This would be a prime example of exactly that, guys. Let's see here. Bam. So, Caspa emission schedule. Pre-deflationary. So, they've got an emissions schedule for this thing for basically every year. For what looks like to be 15 years. So after 15 years, there'll be no more newly minted Caspa. They'll have the full emissions out on there within 15 years, and we're barely in the first inning, guys. So I think in like 3 days, Caspa is coming up to another emission schedule reduction. And we'll be seeing a reduction here every month till the end of the year, which has been predetermined. This is their emission schedule on here. It's like I'll just mine and trade 75% of the poop that into Bitcoin and maybe more into Flux while I'm at mining it. Nice. So just know that with Caspa. The emissions schedule decreases every year. So unless there'll be a certain point in time where the amount of Caspa you earn, if the price of Caspa is not up high enough, it will not make sense for the average person to continue mining this. And that will become a problem because as the coin becomes deflationary, it also becomes less secure over time, without any real major price movements. So this one will be an interesting experiment, I should say, to see if a shorter emission rate will help push adoption, or will it negatively impact security on the network? Because it's like over time, the network the difficulty will adjust and the difficulty will go down. But then as the difficulty goes down, your probability of being 51% attacked goes up. And this is also compounded with, is somebody going to be motivated to start making FPGAs, bit streams for this? And if they are money motivated, there's enough money in there for a bitstream developer to create an FPGA bitstream for all the FPGAs that are out there. Then you're going to see a bigger push downward because you have people who are just mining centric that aren't going to be looking at the coin as anything other than to switch into Bitcoin. That's going to be the only thing it's going to put a big selling pressure going into Bitcoin. And then if there's still good price action there, even after the FPGA is coming on there, then you're looking at ASICs. It takes before any ASIC ever really goes onto any network, an FPGA peekaboos its head up on there. You've got to be able to have the architecture. The FPGA is where they design the architecture for the ASIC chip. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you start seeing FPGAs on there, it's not hard to make an ASIC from that point forward. That's all it needs for its missing link in hardware is having an FPGA in a network. That's why so many projects in the past have worried about FPGAs being on the network, because then they know ASICs are right around the corner. And if ASICs go on there, they either have to give it up to the ASICs for the total dominance and security, or they're going to fork the code to keep it grassroots and on the GPUs. It's a decision that everybody that each developer has to make. Bitcoin chose to have the ultimate security behind it, so there is that aspect. So just kind of keep that in mind. And whenever you're looking into it, always look into seeing if you can find some raw information. Granted, this is a Kaspa wiki page. I get it. I know, guys. But they do have a lot of some of the questions that most people would ask, right? What's the Kaspa's contract address? Kaspa is a layer 1 proof of work coin, not a token, so no contract whatsoever. Okay. It's its own coin. Are there going to be master nodes? No, all nodes are equal. Kaspa isn't a proof of stake coin. And I like how they had a little fun with this. To me, a little bit of humor goes a little bit away. So I mean, it's just my personal thing. Is staking possible? No, and it will not. Can I have a profit by running a node? Nope, no direct profit, but gives you fast ping for your mining, and for full control of the node and wallet functions. You won't have to seek nodes with other RPC open port open, and won't need to hope that it's healthy, well revisioned, and non-malicious. This way, you are strengthening the decentralization of the stability of the Kaspa network in general. One thing I do know about is that you can run the node and the wallet all in one. Or you can, I think the early stuff was separate. You would have a wallet, and then you would point your wallet at your node. And then your node would connect in with the rest of the network. So it's not the same as running the Bitcoin thing, but, for being able to control your own node, I like that. So you can open up your own node and have your own wallet. I'm like, okay, you kind of got okay so far with all of this, right? So tokenomics, right? That's always my other thing. Is it a pre-mine? Did we have a pre-sale? Did we have what's up with this? What is up with this? So let's see here. Total supply is approximately. I wish they could sit there and say exactly how many coins will be minted. So 28.7 billion Kaspa will be on chain within 15 years. So 28.7 billion in 15 years will be up. There's the halving schedule for it. Cool. We understand the halving schedule. That's right here. I get that. It's in black and white. Was there any type of ICO, vesting phase, or something like this? No, only a public declared fair launch. So they launched this and just went, boop, here it is. Hey guys, start talking about it. All right, I like that. Was there any kind of pre-mine? Fair launch model, Nakamoto's philosophy. I like that too. Is there currently any kind of fees? Currently, the TX fee is calculated as 0.00001 CAS per UTXO. So, okay. So, I mean, depending on the size of the block, will depend on if the UTXO fee can pay enough to the miners to keep the miners mining after 15 years. So that's the thing. That is the other half of the equation. Okay, the newly minted coins are done. 15 years, cool, check. After 15 years, how does the network survive? So now they're saying 0.00001 CAS per UTXO. So at that point, energy costs in the future versus the CASPA price for the UTXO fee that you're going to get. Okay, now is that going to be enough to keep an army of miners always glued onto the network, or is after it loses its ability to create a lot of Bitcoin for people, that this project dies off, like dust in the wind, So, I mean, if people could be mining this right now and you're going to be profitable in the short term, it's like so far I don't see anything, nothing to really scrutinize over, mining wise on this. Again, I'm looking at this from the lens of a miner. I don't care about the network. I'm looking at what's going to earn me the most Bitcoin. And if I've got to hold on to it for a moment, can I trust the network to still be there in the morning? I'm not going to mine something and lose a day's worth of mining because of a rug pull. Not going to happen. Me and Mikkel have been around the block one too many times. We have seen this stuff coming. So there is that, unfortunately. So then the other thing is wallets, right? People want to know about wallets. Whoop. Oh, that kind of really kind of messes with your eyes a little bit when it does that. Sorry, guys. One thing I don't like about the wallet is that it has a 12-word seed phrase in there, presented at the wallet creation. I do know that some of these wallets are using a 12-word seed phrase to pull up the encrypted password that the 12 words derive from. So I'm not sure if that's exactly how this goes. If this has that different form of encryption on here. It's just a different way of dealing with the same problem, that you want to have a password and you want it to be something that you can remember, right? 12 words is easier to remember than a 56 character private key. Just saying. What up, Patrick? What's going on? He's like, missed the start. Yes, you did, my dude. Yes, you did. So the wallet itself, it's like I without knowing and being able to know how their 12-word seed phrase ties in with the wallet, and how does the wallet actually still can carry the my wallet.dat file in there, so that I can actually pull my own private key out of the wallet and carry that on anywhere with me and put that into another wallet and fire up my Bitcoin. So there is that. So I mean, without knowing how their wallet interacts, I don't know. I would almost have to ask Son of a Tech with Caspa. I know he's done more of a software level dive in on this, and he'd be a good person for me to ask that question to. And I will, as soon as I got a chance on that, to ask him if your wallet actually has the wallet.dat file in there that you can pull out. I mean, I guess I could just like download the wallet and yeah, but I haven't done that. So, but I haven't been mining Caspa because I haven't done any kind of real dive in on this. So I mean, outside of seeing like little wallet errors and stuff like that, needing to connect in, and some you have to wait for it to be fully synced in before it'll show any balances for you. That's normal to me. That's how Bitcoin is. You got to sync in the wallet before it shows anything. How quickly does the wallet really sink in? It looks like there's been hiccups and glitches in it trying to sync up that people have had to take out certain things, or it's like what I forget, like some of the I've read in on some of the issues, but that was on the earlier wallets, not the wallets that they're currently using now. The newer wallets don't have those issues, so that's why I'm like trying to not like bring them up with specific problems quite at this time, since I do know that a lot of it has been fixed. So, but I mean, it operates like just like any other chain. My big thing is that I like to see that it is a, it's definitely going to be a proof of work coin. It's a fair launch on there. No, that's not it. Sitting there, and the monetary policy behind it, pretty straightforward. Nothing's misleading on there. They've been following their schedules on this, so it's not so bad. Not so bad. And whenever you're sitting there and you're going along and you're mining and you're looking at all the different mining calculators out there, they change on a day-to-day basis. Everybody, they all change. So for a little bit it'll be Nexa, and then Dynex, and then Caspa, and then Alphinium. Good God, Nex. Oh God, there's like so many stupid ones. Vertcoin popping up here and there. That one I thought was hilarious. CLO. So Clio network. That is still running on the Ethereum network's old algorithm, so that's still an Ethash coin. Kind of hilarious to see CLO on any list at all. Ergo coming up on some of the stuff on this stuff. Ethereum Classic on an ARC. Wow, with Caspa. Ethereum and Ethereum mining plus Caspa, but it's like you open it up. So I mean, Radiant has been coming up there. Nexa, Alphium, Dynex, Ergo, Ethereum W, ETHW, whatever, and Ethereum Caspa. BitGold's been up there a little bit. Beam's been up there. Beam is like, pretty much, if I were to put it to where, everybody would be, so 11 cents a kilowatt hour if you're at home. Nexa would be blue, and again, this is on a 1660 Super, so we're not talking a high-end card here, but something relatively new. So Nexa would be losing you 2 cents a day at home. NiceHash, you'd be making about a penny a day, and it would be having you, I think that'd be having you mine. I think that's Dynex or Radiant. No, it's Radiant. It'd have you mining Dynex, and you'd be making a penny while NiceHash is going to be making 3 cents off of you. So you can see the disconnect here. So you can sit there and mine Radiant directly. There are pools out there that you can sit there and mine and Get Bitcoin or Litecoin instead of actually holding on to any of these coins. Not all of them, but you might be hopscotching different pools in order to do that, possibly. But some of these you can sit there and get paid out in Bitcoin, or you can just sit there and leave it on a nice hack, and you'll at least be making more than what the electricity costs, but not by much on a 1660 Super. Let's see here. But I mean, if you had something that was a little newer, let's look at a 3060 Ti. You're gonna be looking at 9 cents a day that you're gonna make off of just one if you're mining Dynex. Alphium, you'd be making 9 cents. Kaspa, you'd be making 9 cents. If you were on NiceHash, you'd be making 7 cents. So you can see where NiceHash is getting you. You'd be making 5 cents on Radiant. Ergo Kaspa, you'd be making 3 cents. Nexa, you'd be making 2 cents. And then Ethereum, Proof of Work, and Alphium, you'd be losing 2 cents a day in that combination. Anything below that, you're basically losing money. And this is at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. If you are up higher, as you go up in kilowatt hour per cost, the less coins are going to be profitable for long, especially on a 3060 Ti. And you would think that that's new hardware. That's not really old. Yes. The market sucks right now, guys. Is mining completely dead right now? Oh, hell no. Am I sorry about the clickbaity title? Oh, hell no, dude. 3080. So a 3080 Alphium, you're making 13 cents. Kaspa 12. Nexa 9 cents. Dynex, you'd be making 7 cents. Radiant, you'd be making 7 cents. So I mean, depending on where you're mining, depends on how high up the list you are. And this is on a 3080 at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. Conflux, you'd be losing 8 cents a day. Do I have an issue with Conflux at all? No, it's a good privacy coin, but it's just not profitable at 11 cents to mine, especially with a 3080 when there's other things that you can mine. Yes, every one of these things are all speculative. You can be mining on NiceHack and be losing 16 cents a day because NiceHack doesn't mine everything. So don't look at all of the NiceHack stuff. So this would be NiceHack Octopus Algorithm, NiceHack K Heavy. Wonder if that's Nexa. I think it's Nexa. I know one of the algorithms I've been mining here and there, like off and on, every so often with like a rig or two, has been K Heavy hash. So I'm thinking that's got to be Nexa. China coin. K Heavy is Kaspa, is it? Oh yeah. It's got letters next to these things. They're so tiny. My glasses don't let me see it. Oh yeah, that's Kaspa. You are correct. So Kaspa's K Heavy hash. That's what that's mining away on. So if you mine Kaspa directly, you make 12 cents a day on a 3080. If you mine it with NiceHack, you make 8 cents a day. So you can see what kind of a haircut NiceHack is taking off of you as the miner. Right, guys? So beware about just blindly using places to go mine. Yes, it's easy, it's simple, but they gouge you. So I mean, yeah, be careful out there, guys. If you got something newer, like me, I've got a 3080 Ti. It's telling me I should be mining anything from Alphium, Kaspa, Dynex, Radiant, or Nexa. Any one of those would be profitable at because that's in my personal PC right next to me, and it'll earn me some sweet busy Bitcoin. I was trying to get the Dynex miner to actually work on my PC, but it's angry at me. It doesn't want to launch. I don't know if it's that Windows antivirus is like stopping me from getting the miner up onto my PC, or if there's something I'm missing. I'm going to pick the latter of the two, as I think there's something I'm missing, and it might be because my computer stopped it from downloading properly. No, I don't say greedy hashers. Greedy hashers don't use NiceHash. Fiat miners use NiceHack. It's all about fiat miners. We are crypto supporters. We're the support system for crypto, guys. Like last bull run, my S9s were making 10 a day on a pool, but close to 12 on NiceHack, so I kept it on NiceHack. Yep. I mean, it depends on how you want to do it. There was okay. I'm gonna let you in on some alpha here. Hold on. Let me change my screen over here. Hold on here. All right. I'm gonna give you some pure alpha, Golden Wolf. I don't know if you did this. I've talked to people and they didn't know this even exists. Did you know that you can mine on Bitcoin the same way that Litecoiners mine Doge? I'll just put it like that, right? So you can basically mine Bitcoin directly, and there's other assets that you can also earn that most pools allow you to earn. And all you need to do is input a wallet address for them to send that said coin to a wallet address. And you can be earning up to 5 different cryptos at the same time as you mine Bitcoin. If they were sitting there giving you, let's say they were giving you $12 a day, then they were probably stealing $2 a day from you for that privilege. Let's put it that way. Like, I keep thinking about those FPGA Caspa ETH miners. Yep. There's FPGAs sitting on the sideline, guys. I keep saying it. It's just a matter of where they get deployed and if it muscles out GPU miners. Sounds like Zerg pool. Pretty much all the Bitcoin pools allow you to earn parallel assets. They're not parallel assets. Other cryptos with mining Bitcoin. F2 pool does it. That I know of. I haven't gone anywhere else with my miners. To be honest with that. But I know Ant Pool doesn't do it, which is Bitmain's pool. But I know that F2 Pool does it, where you can earn 5 different other cryptos along with Bitcoin. Different thing, Goblin. So I'm saying, like, if you have a actual S9 or you got a Bitcoin ASIC, you can mine to a pool and earn 5 other cryptos with it. That is true, Patrick. FPGAs are used in more things than what people actually understand. You go to a vending machine and you push in, C1, and you get your candy bar out of there. That was an FPGA you just interacted with. CD players. I don't care if it's a home entertainment system that you got CDs in and you're playing off of that. if when you press random, that randomizer is an FPGA running in the background. Very, very, very small, simple FPGA, nothing big. You know, you're talking like child's play stuff compared to what the industry really utilizes. But he's like, oh, that's not what I was thinking about at all. Yeah. So, I mean, like, that's the little skibby. I'll give you a little alpha on there. If you're running Bitcoin miners, don't put it on the nice hack. They're taking a cut off your ASIC. Just saying. Mine to a pool. Get all the parallel. Get all the other assets with it. That's just me. You guys can do whatever you want. I don't care. It's your guys' stuff, you know. But if you guys are going to be mining Dynex Solve, if you're mining Dynex at all for any kind of profitability, so we know it's up there, guys. They've got a new version that came out today. Mining software supporting Dynex algorithm. AMD still not supported yet for Windows, Linux, and Hive. Requires a libcurl Ubuntu sudo app install libcurl dev, so some stuff for Linux. From right here, you can just copy pasta right into Hive. Hive does not have this. So they are basically the developers are making this usable with Hive, guys. So no funny business. I'm not a coder at all, so I'm nothing special. It's like right here. You Google it. So if you wanted to check it out, it is Dynex Solve 2.2.5, and it'll pull you up right to here to be able to get the new pathway for installing into Hive. If you guys haven't done that, if you guys want to do that, can't figure out how to, hit me up in the Discord. Links down below if you're not part of it. I will be happy to help walk you guys through this. But I have not been able to get this to work on my Windows. I'm trying to get that, planning on doing that tonight, guys. Getting the Windows side of it fixed up and working. So yeah. So hopefully I can get all that going. Get my my GPU mining over here on some Dynex too, just so I can get some numbers. I'd like to be able to pull numbers on a 3080 Ti Asus TUF with a water block on there with front and back active cooling on this bad boy. I looked at Dynex early on and thought it might be a long rug pull. You know what? If it's a long rug pull, I am mining directly into Litecoin right now with this coin. So I hold 0 Dynex. So let me be 100% transparent. I do not recommend anybody, when you're speculatively mining, to be holding on to these poop coins at all. I am literally mining it and earning Litecoin on the other side. So do not care if this project dies like tomorrow. I will just switch my stuff over to something else. Dynex makes cheap PSUs and TVs. Too funny. So last fix was GPU with lower chips. Malab invalid timestamp improvement. So if you guys are having issues connecting in with the Malab, they have fixed that. Kernel check and hanging GPU hang detection. Stability improvements. I'm not sure how improved they really are. I have been keeping an eye on my rigs here for a little bit now. Both of those windows, of course, have closed out. Now I've got to pull up a new one. But I've had it where I fight the rigs because they do not want to stay connected. And I was running the 2.2.4 version, and holy cow, it was a little better, but my God, it was bad. It was really bad. Like a lot of the stuff just was broken, absolutely broken. Performance increases. Yeah, there was performance increases, but man, I might have been reduced on rejected shares, but not anymore. It was like worse stability than the 2.23. So kind of keep that in mind, guys, when you're sitting there and you're mining some of these coins that you're relying on a single miner to be able to mine this coin. You're at the mercy of them developing properly and making the improvements necessary to for GPUs to be able to support the network. And I think that it makes the most sense that they do things the right way. This is proof of useful work. A very early rendition. It's like their variation of useful work. I mean, stuff seems to be better on this 2.25. It looks like once the rigs really look like they start connecting in there, it looks like they're good for a while. Yeah, I've had less dropouts of my rigs since switching them over this morning. I've had to reboot them after updating. I just got the last one stable on Dynex. It's been going for an hour and a half. Usually by now I start having issues with network connectivity. Basically, the issues that I was having was it was stratum errors. And stratum errors means network connectivity overall was junk. And hopefully the 2.2.5 version will solve a lot of these issues. Looks like I'm pretty good as of right now. The other rig, yeah, that rig's on. And then another rig twinkled off, I bet. Let's see here. 1, 2. Yeah, it looks like I have one other one. Like some of them took off and started mining right away, but then after a little while they hung up and I have to reboot them. And when I reboot them, and then they're good all the way. So I don't know which ones I didn't reboot and which ones I did. So it's now been different rigs than previously. Ones that were stable, I've had to reboot now. The ones that haven't been stable, I've rebooted as I loaded up the new version, and it has not been an issue. So you may be loading this up on there and then rebooting it so that it recalls into the new updated library for it. I'm thinking that's what it is now, is that it's like you're having a library call out issue if you just straight update the miner and don't reboot the rig. So it looks like I recommend rebooting rigs after you guys update, and it seems to be the rigs seem to be very stable afterwards. And it definitely does not seem like my home Doge Mikkel is going to be able to make it. I know he was asking our client if it was okay if we show him. I don't know if he got back to him in time. I know the client wouldn't have an issue really. He knows that we're going to pull content, but he wanted to make sure it was okay because we just got him in. I don't know if he said no or whatnot, but I believe it'll be okay. Or Mikkel just got busier than all get out, which means that if that's the case, and we're all cool about showing off the rest of this guy's rig stuff that he's got, we're gonna pull some video on there, do a video on it. We'll talk about it, see what it does. It's cool equipment. You'll have to stick around till then. I'm not gonna spoil what it is. You'll just have to Trust me, it's cool. It's something in the pipeline coming up, and it should be very interesting. So it's like 2K S9's tempting. 2000 S9s are very tempting. Yeah, as long as you're getting them for like $100 a piece, right? And you're only talking about $2,000. Or no, yeah, no, 2000. No, that'd be like 20 grand. No, that's not worth it. Maybe if they're $1 a piece, I'd pay $2,000 for 2000 S9s. It wants 19 grand. $19 S19s. Oh, two grand for an S9, S19. That's not too bad. The J Pro, I'd be tempted. It's very tempting. That is very tempting. The only thing I would say on that is their temperature threshold is at 100 degrees. So airflow is necessity if they ever get hot. You know, if you got them, it's like they're not designed to really go into a garage that's suffocating to death in the middle of a summer heat wave. I mean, they need air, fresh air, and lots of it. And if not, if you know you're going to be in really hot temperatures, you're going to have to downclock them for preservation. So does anybody else have any other comments or questions before I head up out of here, guys? And thank you everybody for being here. Certainly smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff, my fellas. My fellas. It's like I love it. All you guys always supporting me, all that good stuff. Definitely drop some FAs in the Chizzity chat because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Yo. It's like, okay, time to walk the dog. Have a good day. You too, Golden Wolf. Oh, Fudweiser. Yeah, dropping in that clutch with the FA. So thank you, everybody, for being here. All that good stuff. Is anybody going live after me that has a redirect on that I can send you to? Nope. There is nobody that's on. So that's all. All right. So awesome, fellas. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All that good stuff. If you guys are wanting to have your rigs hosted at the Family Mine, definitely get into the Patreon. If you're not in DCA Patreon, get into my Patreon. One of the two. Either get into DCA your mining, or get into my Patreon. One or the other. Doesn't have to be both. One or the other. And get into my pseudo hasher tier. Links down below. And that'll get you a VIP access into the Family Mine, where we will take the utmost care of your rigs as you sit there and hash away on it to your address. We don't control where it mines to. It's fully under your control. All we ask is we can monitor it. So if we see temperatures getting out of control, we can make adjustments just to like overclocking. I don't care what you're mining. Do not care. But you know, it's like if I see issues with it, we need to be able to tell in real time where what rig's having what issue. So it'll be just the easiest way for us to know what's going on, and helps us with diagnostic. That's about all we ever ask for. And pretty much you can most of the mining software stuff, you can sit there and pretty much give rig access. Like, if you're mining on Hive, you could sit there and give like small permissions to the family mine, and then we can sit there and go from there. I don't need to know your wallet addresses. I don't need to be able to set up your miners for you, all that good stuff. So all that, it's like you have control over your rigs. We just kind of maintenance them for you, keep them hashing, give you the best possible price at best commercial price we can give you, and keep your rigs clean. So with that being said, it's like, yo, Wheelie Crypto. He's like, I'm here and really late. Yes, you are, my dude. Yes, you are, my dude. So definitely, Wheeling, smash that Lizard like button, subscribe it. I know you're already subscribed, but hit the bell notification. I'm just saying. So thank you, everybody, for being here. And with that being said, peace out, stay savage, and may your watts be low and your hash be high. I'll see you on the next one. Yo!